So, welcome back to the 2026 Accountability Files. This is episode 2, our first proper check in since setting our intentions.
Yes, so this is where we're going to get honest about how this week went. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be polished. It's just real.
Exactly. And we're talking about what worked, what didn't, and what we're adjusting without being too hard on ourselves.
Yeah, so Priya, let's start with a check-in. Give me one word to describe how this week went for you.
Productive. This week genuinely felt really productive.
I love that. Okay, so talk us through your week. What did you actually commit to last time?
So my focus was gym 5 times, and that includes weights and at least 35 minutes cardio, 5 minutes on the rowing machine, 30 minutes on the treadmill. And walking at least 3 times. There wasn't a time limit on that. It was just about getting outside and having that fresh air. And being part of the 5 a.m. club consistently during the week. Also, revision with Maya twice. So, and working on my business growth plan.
So you said revision with Maya. What kind of revision are you doing with Maya?
So this is getting her ready for her 11 plus exams. So that means she has tutoring already. So she has tutoring twice a week, but I just want to give her that extra boost. And I'm not going to lie, that's not me sitting down trying to tell her how to do things. That's me sitting down with her and making sure she's actually doing extra work and then going through it with her. So it's been good. We've been able to commit to those 2 days so far.
All right, so you said 5 a.m. club for gym. How's that gone?
So the 5 a.m. club is just, I need to be up at 5 a.m. during the week. So it doesn't necessarily mean that I need to be at the gym, but it just means that I need to be up and I need to be productive. However, gym days actually went really well. I'm not going to lie, it was a struggle because it's been so cold. It's been mad out there. And I've got this little heated blanket now that I got from Amazon. Guys, absolutely amazing. And it has saved me so much money. But yes, I've been underneath my blanket like, oh, do I really want to get up and go to the gym? And also the gym has been Ramo, which can be really jarring. However, I am really grateful for the app that I'm using called Heavy. So usually if the gym's Ramo, it can really throw me off. However, because I've been using the app Heavy, it gives me so many alternative workouts if the equipment I want isn't available. So that's been amazing. There was one day during a week where I planned to go to the gym and didn't, which meant I had to make it up on the weekend. And I don't mind going gym on the weekend. And I do tend to do that I do tend to do that quite a lot, but I wanted to try and stick to during the week.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying about the gym being Ramo. Like my gym's been the exact same. It's the January new me, new year, new me lot. So they'll drop off in a few weeks, but
You know what? It is actually true. That's what happens, doesn't it? Everyone is really excited. I couldn't believe there hasn't even been spaces in the car park. Why am I driving around at 5 o'clock in the morning looking for parking spaces? It has been insane. However, there was one day during the week where I planned to go to the gym and I didn't, which meant I had to make it up on the weekend. That really threw me off a bit because I knew that I had clients both Saturday and Sunday at 7:30 a.m. And I would have preferred to stick to during the week, going gym, and then if I had another day on the weekend that I could go, adding that on. So because I missed that day during the week, I ended up going on Sunday at 5 a.m. after being out the night before, which wasn't ideal.
I'm going to say kudos to you for that. There are not many of us that are getting up to go to the gym after a night out. So kudos to you for that one.
Exactly. I was thinking, oh my gosh. And you know what? When I got in from the night out, it wasn't like, oh yes, Priya, you need to go to bed now. I'm sitting there just doing the most. And it was a struggle, but I got there and actually I felt really good for it. So I managed my 5 gym days and I actually did 4 walking days. Remember I said to you, I don't think I've done enough walking this week. And then I was like, actually, I've done 3 days walking and I managed to add an extra day on the Sunday. Monday. I done revision with Maya twice, and I worked on my business growth plan, which was amazing. So it's been really productive.
So I'm loving all this productivity you've had this week. Like, what's the main things that felt good to you this week?
Mapping out my diary. It worked really well, hour by hour. As someone who loves structure, it benefited me so much. And I honestly can't believe I haven't been doing this. Where has this been my whole life? This is exactly what I need. And it has helped me so much. Thanks, Kay.
Well, let's just say thank you to Stephen Bartlett once again.
Yes, thank you, Stephen. I really do appreciate you. I need you to send me that episode or whatever you referred to when you found out about this, because it
Yes.
really benefited me. The only thing I need to watch is not adding extra bits in, because sometimes I'd finish a task and think, what else can I do now? When actually that should be my cue to either take a break, take a breather for a minute, stretch, move away from the desk, or go back to something I hadn't finished earlier in the day. So not going to a different task from another day, just focusing on that day. Because what I found was I was then like, oh, I've got a bit of time. Say, for example, I was working on my website and I had a specific task. I'd see something else on the website and be like, I can work on that. And then that's when I become overstimulated, because then I'm like, oh, I've got 20 minutes till my next task starts. When actually I had a load of free time, but I chose to then decide to do other things. So I really need to make sure that I focus on the time that has been allocated. So I mentioned revision with Maya, but I really do feel like that really flowed well, because everything was prepped beforehand. I made sure after our accountability meeting that I got all our worksheets ready. And I know that evenings can be really busy and they can become overwhelming, especially as I've been up since 5 a.m. So around 6 p.m., if I make it to 6 p.m., I do feel like that crash sometime. Yeah, when you're like, and I'm ready to start winding down. So what was really handy is I made her do her revision with me in the kitchen while I cooked. So I could engage with her, but then I could do my cooking. It felt really calm, and it just felt like I was using my time really wisely.
Not you
Which
being
was
a
lovely.
woman and multitasking.
You know that us women, we are amazing. I really, I shouldn't even say surprise myself, but I sit there and think, wow, you are just able to do so many things and execute it with perfection as well. And I don't think us women give ourselves enough credit for all the stuff that we have to do, especially when you're working and you've got kids and you have to make time for yourself. It's just insane when you actually look at it. Also, on the business side, working on my growth plan has been amazing. I have had a new client join me this week, and I am genuinely so excited. They're amazing. I'm really looking forward to working with them and supporting them as they flourish and evolve even more. So it's been a really good week. I feel so full right now.
And on the business side, obviously last week you were showing us your calendar, the 12 week
12 week.
12 year calendar. So how's that been going on, like incorporating that into the business side of things?
So I have that calendar is strictly focused on my business growth plan. So you'll have Monday to Sunday, and that on the Monday to Sunday, there'll be one task a day. And I allocate that on my main calendar along with all my other stuff. But it's been nice to just have that calendar in front of me and nothing else on it except for the business aspect. And it has really helped me. I am really excited about the next 12 weeks because this week has been so productive. I've been working on my website a bit more. And yeah, things are really coming together.
So is there anything that didn't go to plan, like how you thought it was going to?
So I overpromised on reading in bed with Maya. 'Cause remember I mentioned that at our last meeting. I said
Yeah.
I wanted to not read with Maya, not her sitting down and reading with me, but it was about us sitting down, no, us laying down in bed, her reading,
Mhm.
me reading, face masks on, just girly time, relaxation time. It was just too much
Yeah.
and not realistic, especially as she has extracurricular um activities around 5 times a week. So by the time everything's done, as you can imagine, activities, eating, her just having that moment to breathe because everyone needs that moment. The day is basically
Yeah.
over. And I really want us to both be actually relaxed and be able to just read.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about that and I am I need to relook at that. I think I'm going to simplify and aim for one night a week to start.
Mhm. That sounds like a good plan. I think it's a thing. Sometimes we do have to adjust these things. Like we think we can do everything, and then we have to actually be realistic with ourselves and say, what can I actually commit to here?
Yeah, otherwise you just burn out. And this is what it's about. It's not about burning out and over. You can get frustrated with yourself when you try and do too much. And that's not what I'm trying to do. And just doing those 2 additional revision days with her was such a great feeling. And I don't want to be getting annoyed with myself because I was even like, "Oh, I haven't done the 2 days and I'm meeting with you. And I want to be able to say that I've done the 2 days reading to the point that I was like, right, we're going to do it during the day on a Saturday or Sunday. But that wasn't the point. The point was in the evening to be able to relax. She reads, I read. It's just that time together where we're just doing that. It would have not made sense,
To like force it.
yeah, to force it and try and do it when the whole point was the point that I just mentioned, doing it in the evening, having that
Yeah.
quality time. Also, one other thing, I didn't stick to my bedtime every night. 9:30, that went right out the window.
Hmm.
The evenings have been really chaotic, and I don't know if that's because it's the, first week back at school after Christmas. Everyone has something to say at bedtime, especially my daughter. You've not had anything to say to me since you got in when I'm asking you about your day. But come bedtime, she's doing like big talking. She's doing self-care that's taking like 2 hours. It's just a lot. And then next thing I know, time's just flown by. On top of that, my son's at that age now, he wants to go out after college or work, and I can't really relax or sleep until he's home. But I know I need to set boundaries.
Yeah, no, I agree. Some definitely. You this is the thing that you want to commit to, and if that means that you're going to have to put some boundaries in place so that you can commit to that, then so be it.
Exactly.
So, what are you going to be adjusting?
So, as I mentioned, I'm simplifying Maya's reading, starting with once a week instead of twice a week. Also, the big boundary is bedtime. 9:30 p.m. needs to be protected. Kids, my daughter needs to start going up earlier. If you want to do your whole self-care routine, you need to be going up from 7:30 p.m. so that you are kind of out of my way, because it can't be work, kids, and then I don't have that moment to myself to actually wind down. Or sometimes it feels like, oh my gosh, it's already bedtime, and I haven't had that moment just to, reflect on the day. So I am going to have that boundary. We've had all afternoon to speak. It's now 8:30 p.m. I need you to be shut eye. Evenings, if my evenings are protected, it will make life so much more easier and I will be even more productive than I have already this week.
And then, what do you want to commit to for next week?
So I'm continuing to work on my growth plan for TWP, and my main focus next week is reviewing my outreach plan. I've already mapped out the week and broken it down into 6 small manageable tasks to support that focus. Because what I've done on my calendar is 6 days are my main tasks focused on that specific area. So will be my outreach plan. And then one day of that week will be to recap and look over all my notes and all the information that I've pulled together over that week.
Okay.
Growing a business and taking it to the next level means regularly going back and reviewing the plans you already have in place, not just constantly creating new ones. Also, as I mentioned, I'm going to have those reading days with Maya. I am committing to reading regardless if that's with her or not. I need to be reading. I haven't been consistent. I started the year strong, the end of the year really strong. I was really, every night I was trying to read, even if it was a couple pages, and I've just dropped off. But what I've realised is I don't want to read any more self-help right now. I don't need it. I need to implement the stuff that I've learned rather than listening to Tom, Dick, and Harry and trying to implement all these different things. So I'm going to take my time, I'd say tomorrow, to research something else that I'll actually enjoy. So I'm really
Well,
excited
guys,
actually
if
to.
anyone's got any recommendations for
Yes.
Priya as well, like, please feel free to comment, let us know.
Yes, please let us know because, yeah, I'm done with self-help.
Okay, so self-accountability. Give me one sentence to sum up your self-accountability for next week.
I will protect my evenings and my peace, okay?
I love that.
So, okay, your turn. So,
Yes. Oh.
one word to describe how you're feeling this week.
So my word of the week is testing. This week has
Ooh.
been testing.
Testing. Okay, interesting. I'm looking forward to hearing about this. So let's start with what were your key commitments last week? Well, this week.
Okay, so my key commitments were getting up at 6:30 a.m. During the week, being more intentional with my time with Ashley in the mornings, and getting to the gym 3 days a week and doing a cardio session 3 days a week.
Nice. And your time with Ashley, was that good?
Yes. So the getting up early in the mornings actually went so much better than I expected. Like I really fell off like the end of last year. You know, like when you come into the end of the year and you're just like, nah. Like I was just getting up when I felt like it. I was working from home more, so I was just jumping out of bed at like 8:30 and turning the laptop on.
Comfortable.
I was comfortable, honestly. I didn't need to get up. Like, why am I getting up for? Just
Yeah,
roll out
literally
of bed
roll
and turn on the
over.
laptop.
I feel like everyone was doing that, rolling out on the dressing gown, not even dressed, just living a
Yeah.
vida loca.
This is it. When it's coming to the end of the year, it's just like, nah, it's the end of the year. Like, there's not much to do. So, I thought I would struggle getting back into a routine of getting up in the morning simply because where it's dark outside, like, I don't want to get up when it's dark. Like, to me, it's still the middle of the night. So, one of the things I've implemented is I have a lamp on a timer that comes on at 6:30 when I wake up, so that there's some light in my room when I'm awake and I'm not like it's dark, I don't want to get up. So that's really helped. And yeah, so I've got up every morning 6:30, no problem at all. My mornings with Ashley being intentional, I've literally been up making him breakfast every day, and we've been experimenting with the breakfasts as well, like so not just your usual bit of cereal, like we've had like Greek yogurt and fruit and sausages and bacon and
You've been getting your chef on, haven't you?
I've been getting my chef on in the mornings, scrambled eggs and omelets.
I need you in my
The
house,
kid's been eating
Kate,
like a
okay?
king.
I need you in my house.
Honestly, the kid's been eating like a king. So I don't want to hear no, like that, like breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, yeah, he's been having his breakfasts.
Exactly. I'm sure his brain is literally booming, ready for to take on the day.
Yes.
So that
Mhm.
sounds, that's been really, really positive. And I love
Mhm.
that, that bonding time, and it's just so important. So what else? What else went really well?
So blocking my time out instead of working off these to-do lists. So I spoke about this before. I am a glutton for punishment when it comes to do lists. I put like 30 things on and then I get upset when I don't get stuff done. So I've definitely found that blocking time out for certain tasks has made my days go a lot smoother, and I've managed to get through a lot more of my to-do lists. I'm not going to sit here and say I did everything, but I've managed to get through a lot more stuff using this method now.
Really good. That's positive. Well, I'm glad that it sounds like it's been productive. So I'm interested to see what's been testing. So what didn't go, like, what felt hard? What felt testing?
So I do feel with the blocking out my time, obviously it was my first time doing it. I was quite generic with what I was putting in my calendar. And although I got through a lot of my to-do list, I probably over or under guessed how long it would take me to do certain things. So there was a lot of like going back and forth with things. So I think next week I definitely want to be a bit more structured with how I'm planning out my day to do these tasks.
What does that
And
look
also
like?
just giving myself, well, just giving myself some breaks in between as well, not just being like, because I think what I kind of done was like, I'll have 1 hour to do this, 1 hour to do that, 1 hour to do that. Whereas actually, it could take me 15 minutes to do that one task, and then I can go and do something else. Whereas I was like, oh, I've got 1 hour, let me see what I can get through on the to do list. So, as much as I got so much done, if I'd have structured it better, I could have got more done.
Yeah, well, it's
And
a new
then,
week,
on,
isn't it? It's a new week,
yes.
so at least you can look at your diary and sit down and have that time to. It's like I mentioned to you before. Maybe try and do it the night before. You'll have your things throughout the week that
Mhm.
you'll be able to plan out, but sit there the night before and just have that moment just to reflect on your diary and see if you need to move things around. Change will happen because we work. Someone could randomly call us and we can't be like, oh no, I can't do that today. If you're, when you're working for someone, anyways, hopefully one
Yeah.
day that will be the dream. But, you know, take that time out to have a look at your diary, because I find that helps when I sit there the night before and I plan it out. And on Sundays, I drop things in my diary throughout the week, but the night before is like my plan day.
Yeah, I think that was the thing that I tried to do everything on Sunday. And
Mm,
actually I didn't know everything that was going on that week. I just kind of was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, generic stuff for an hour here, and blocked it out. But yeah, definitely having looked at it, want to structure it in a more have it in a more structured way.
yeah, because it can throw you off, when you're like, right, my week's planned like this, and then something comes up. At least if you try and do day by day, there's only there's not loads of things that could throw you off, hopefully. So anything else that didn't go
Um,
too well? Because I know that's testing, but was there anything else that tested you?
yes. So I didn't get to do all the cardio days.
Oh.
I only got 1 out of 3. Unfortunately, on Wednesday, I got struck down with tonsillitis.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah. So the week started strong. Monday and Tuesday was strong. I got my gym days in. And then Wednesday, the throat flared up. I was in the doctor's getting antibiotics. Thankfully, I got it quite quickly. So I caught it early. So Wednesday and Thursday, I was basically out of the game. There was no exercise happening. I was just about getting through my day to day of work. And then Friday was just kind of just coming back a bit, starting to feel a bit better, but was still quite tired. So managed to squeeze in a cardio day on Saturday and just got my gym day in on the Saturday as well. So I did do my 3 days of gym, but the cardio only one day. But I did
Okay, that's
actually think to myself.
And that's okay, because at the end of the day, you can't be too hard on yourself because you were sick. It was out of your control. You still managed to get the free
Yeah.
cardio days in, and you went into the week with the intention to do it, and things come up.
Yeah. I think as well, one of the things that I thought about was because I know, like you said, when you're over trying to do things. So I want to do these free cardio days and I am still going to do them. But I think in my head, a cardio day was me going to the gym and doing cardio after doing a gym session in the morning, where actually I was like, cardio doesn't need to be me in the gym doing a class. It could be me in my house doing a cardio session. Like during lockdown, I used to love doing like these YouTube videos doing like Zumba and like belly dancing and stuff. It's just for me to get a sweat on for half an hour. So I was like, this can be when I have those nights where I'm like, I'm not going to make it to the gym to a class. I can have an alternative of doing something in the house or going for a run. So I've
It's a
definitely, that's
lot.
kind of made me feel a bit more positive.
I feel like it's a lot. Because of course you are getting yourself into that gym routine. So when you said, "Oh, I'm going to go to the gym and then I'm doing a cardio session after," I was even thinking you are you might put your body into shock. And I know sometimes you need that shock, but actually maybe break it up. But you live and you learn.
But
So
the
it's
thing
good that
is,
you
it's not, yeah, but it's not a shock because if you remember when I was doing boxing, that was my cardio. I was doing
it
intense
was
cardio
cardio,
3 days a week for
but you
boxing.
wasn't doing you wasn't consistent with the weights. So now you're being consistent with
Mm,
going to the gym. It was different because you were consistent with the boxing, you were hot on the boxing, but
yeah.
you wasn't the gym, the weight side wasn't a strong point for you. So going in and be
Mm,
like, right, I'm going to do weights and then I'm going cardio straight after is easy if you kind of spread it out through the week. And as you said, do some of the fun things. So it's not like, oh, I'm at the gym and then straight after I'm going, give yourself a minute to breathe. I feel like that's quite important, especially when you're getting yourself into a routine. It's like me, yeah, I've been going gym for ages, but it's taken me a long time to be able to start doing this cardio because I've just done my weight session, which I really
mm.
enjoy, and now you want me to do cardio. It's all it's all a
The thing for
process.
me wasn't to do cardio straight after the gym. It was like the evening doing like the Zumba classes and like, but it's the
But going
fact of
back,
where I've done gym in the morning, going back. So in the evening when
yeah,
I finish work and I'm at home chilling, and then I actually need to get back outside to go to the gym to go do a class.
it's a lot.
Mondays I go swimming. I always go swimming on a Monday. Like that's no problem. Like because I'm out the house. Ashley's got athletics, so it's like, well, while he's in athletics, I do swimming. So in my head, it's like I do it once a week already. I just got to do it 2 more days, and that could have been my Fitbeats class on a Saturday or another class on a Sunday. So in my head, it seems so easy to do.
It does seem really easy. You think, oh, this seems easy, but at the end of the day, it's a long day. You've been at work, you're tired. So it's not just, oh, I've been in the gym in the morning. Let me run back to the gym in the evening. It is a great thing to aim for, but you just have to be kind to yourself. And I do feel like this is going to benefit you being able to do the cardio at home and then be like, oh, look, I've done my 3 days. How easy was that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Then the last thing that didn't go so well. So obviously we all know I gave up social media. And then
Hola.
I know. And I wanted to just repost the Thriving After 30 stuff because I just thought, oh, like it's the accountability files. I just wanted people to get it as far and wide as possible. So I was like, right, let me go into my personal one and let me repost it. I didn't just repost, did I though? I was scrolling and I got sucked in.
It's so easy to do it though. It's so tempting.
It is. So yeah, we won't be doing that again. I'm sorry, guys. As far as I'm concerned, those who are meant to find us, our tribe, our listeners, like our people, will find us through Thriving After 30. I don't need to go on my personal one to repost it.
Exactly, you don't. And it's just like me with Instagram. I've not gone on it. I've never been on it since we started the podcast. It will thrive how it's meant to thrive. And that doesn't mean that we have to break our boundaries to make that happen. So, adjustments and non-negotiable, what's changing?
So, like I said, adjustment is the cardio. Still going for the 3 days a week. We're just changing it up. We're not being so strict on where the cardio needs to be done. So yeah, just going to simplify it a bit. And then my non-negotiable next week is that I have to book my exam. So I've done my first part of my course. I've passed my first exam. I've now got to do my second exam, and that is a goal that I need to have, like, it's one of my goals for January is to sit my exam. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Start revising and book this exam, and let's just get this over and done with.
Get it out of the way. You are going to smash it. You are going to smash it. So I can't wait to hear next week that you have done what you have just said that you need to do,
Yeah.
because it is going to be really good for your career and your progress. So, final commitment. What are you committing to next week?
So I'm committing to walking my dog twice next week.
Love this. Bubbles.
Yes, Bubbles needs to go for a walk. She's getting chunky again. We both got a bit chunky, and as much as she does not like to go outside, my dog is like really old and she doesn't like to go outside. I can just about get her to go out in the garden to go to the toilet, but I said no, we are going to commit to going out twice, and we're going to build it up slowly. Like, I don't want to like give her like a heart attack or a shock trying to take her running straight away. So we're going to just build it up slowly. So we're going to commit to 2 days next week for walks.
Love that. Love that for you both. So, just like you asked me, what is your self accountability sentence, or well, just your self accountability sentence? What is it?
So I will continue practicing the healthy habits that I've been putting into place this week.
I love that. And you have put so many healthy habits into place. So, you should be really proud of yourself.
Thank you.
So, guys, this is what accountability actually looks like.
It's not doing everything perfectly, but it's noticing patterns and adjusting them.
If you're listening, ask yourself what went well this week, what didn't, and what just needs adjusting.
And we're going to check back in with you next week
This was episode 2
of the 2026 Accountability Files.
Take care, guys.
Bye.